vacation. Sick in the head, but see the prize, my medication. Live from hell, escaping the rise and set the pace in the vibe.
What's going on, everybody? My name is AT from Headcrack Studios, headcrackstudios.com, and this is Kill Sesh, a one-on-one tutorial with yours truly, AT, aka Logic Kill. And today, we're going to get into setting up a mixing session in Studio One. But first and foremost, I want to say Happy New Year, Happy 2021. We made it, guys. Only silver lining from here. I can only keep my fingers crossed and keep my prayers up, right? But now, guys, so this video is a continuation or a sequel, if you will, to the last tutorial I did on setting up a recording session in Studio One. And if you saw that video, then you'll see that this is the exact session that I was working on when we did that tutorial. And I wanted to do this for a reason, okay? So you already got your vocals, right? Don't worry, nobody's gonna roast these vocals because I'm not gonna play them too much, but nah, we're gonna play them. So if you don't know, if you guys haven't seen the last one, I recorded these quick little vocals inside Studio One on the last tutorial. Let's check it out. Yup, mic check, 1, 2, you know what it is coming through. Kill Sesh, giving you what you need to do. And then I keep going. All right, perfect. So now, if you're only using a 2-track, and for those that don't know, a 2-track is a beat just like this, right? It's already, you could buy beats like this. Shout out to Player One. You can definitely go ahead and buy this from him. This is on his website. If you look at that name right there, you can go ahead and get it, Player One. What am I saying? Oh yeah, so check it out. This is called a 2-track. So this is an already mixed, a bounce down beat, okay? A lot of people do this. This is what I would call a mixtape mix. So for my engineers out there, let me turn this off because I'm not recording this time. For my engineers out there, right, this is what you would call a mixtape mix, right? So what this is, because mixtapes don't exist anymore, but you're just mixing around the already mixed beat, right, the 2-track. So first and foremost, we got our stuff, right? I want to go off of the recording session because most times you guys are going to record the vocals and then you're going to have to mix that session, right? So if the artist doesn't have the stems, which I'll show you in a little bit, but let's just say he doesn't have the stems, right? First and foremost, you want to make sure you have your key. You want to make sure you have your tempo. We already have it because we already established that in the recording session. What I want you guys to peep and what I want you guys to notice is the continuity, right? The crossover between recording sessions and mixing, because most times they're the same thing, especially if you're the one recording and you're the one mixing, okay? So this is the reason why I did it this way, because that's my experience. That's what I've been doing for years now. I'm usually the guy recording and I'm usually the guy mixing it. So we already established this in the last video. So please go ahead and check out setting up a recording session, my last video, and you'll see how I got the key, how I got the tempo, and how I explain most of these. And once again, I'll add the link to the PreSonus Studio One manual for a real big breakdown on all of these tools. Trust me, guys, I'm just getting into making beats on this DAW on Studio One, and there's a whole lot that I still got to learn. So trust me, that manual is lit. But for all intents and purposes, we're gonna go ahead and start setting up the mix. So now we have everything we need, right? Let's just say this is all we need. Obviously, you're going to have more tracks. You're going to have probably a lot more tracks with the hook and with ad-libs, background vocals, all that good stuff. But this is what we need. So then we're just going to go to mix. And now, I usually have a split screen with my TV, but obviously I can't for that, for these purposes. So here's what you want to do. What I just start off with is listening to the beat and making sure I can hear the vocals. Yup, mic check, 1, 2, you know what it is coming through. Kill Sesh, giving you what you need to do. All right, so now we're there, right? Now we're good to go. Now we're ready to start mixing, all right? And you guys let me know in the comments if you want me to go through a basic vocal mixing chain on this type of mix, because that's kind of where my brain is leaning to right now, but I want to know what you guys think. So there you go. And like I said, if you're jumping into this video and you haven't seen the last one, please go check the last one because it'll show you how we got to this point. Right now, we're just going off of what we did last time. So this is basically ready to go. Like I said, if you're doing a 2-track or a mixtape mix. Now, let's get into the nitty gritty, because most artists like yourself, like myself, are serious about their craft, and you'll go ahead and buy the stems, right? Which you can buy at playerone.com. Shout out my guy. You know, I got to plug him because I love this beat and I mixed it. Haha. But, so we need to get these files in, right? Because I do have the stems. So, and for you guys, for those that don't know, sorry, the stems are basically the individual tracks. It'll be easy for me to show you better than tell you. So you hear the beat. Yup, mic check. 1, 2. So now we're going to bring in all the files that go along with this. So we're just going to go to browse. Like I said in the last video, I have everything on my hard drive. If you're confused about that, please check out the last video. So browse, volumes, music HD. We're going to go to Studio One like I did the last time. We're going to go to songs. And we're going to go to me really quick because I have the stems in a different section. And we're going to go, if I can find it, right here. Boom. So I have stems plus mixes. Okay. So here's all the stems. So I want to click the top, hold shift, click the bottom. It's going to give me all of them. So this is kind of important because it's a pain if you drag it just on anywhere. All these tracks already are established already, right? So what you want to do to create new tracks for new audio tracks, I should say, new audio tracks for all of these files, just drag this right into some emptiness, the empty void, baby. Let's fill the void. So when you do that, every track is going to name itself in Studio One according to the track, you know, the name of the files. So boom. There you go. Now let me just Command Z really quick. So for example, if I were to drag this on like track 4, it would overlap it, which is fine now. But if you went ahead and did something like this, it'll just overlap everything you've done. Trust me, I made the mistake a bunch of times and you don't want to do it. So let's go ahead and get this in. All right. So now everything's getting in. Now we can close the browse. We don't need the mix menu yet because it's going to look crazy because we have everything going. So what I like to do, first and foremost, is highlight. You know, I click the first track, however they come in. Go all the way down. Shift click the bottom one. Now they are highlighted. Like I said, I'm usually on my TV. I know this is small for you guys. I apologize, but let's just work with what we got. I'm going to make it tiny, and I'm just going to drag this up. Boom. This is just for housekeeping. This is just easier for me because I like my vocals at the bottom, and I like the stems up top. So let's go ahead and go to normal. And if you guys don't know, this changes the size and zoom of every track in the session. Real convenient. All right, Command S, obviously. So now we can go ahead and mute this. So remember what I did earlier with this beat, with the 2-track. I want to hear the vocals, right? Because this is a rap song and vocals are real important. So shift. No, sorry. Click this. Now I'm going to hold shift, click this. What I want to do is press Shift Command G, and that's going to add a group. So I'm just going to I usually put whole beat. All right. So now what that does, if I go to my mix, right, we could start off where the vocals come in, which we are. Any track I click, it'll move every fader of the beat. So it'll turn the volume down for everything. This is crucial real quick because it speeds up the process of turning everything down. Like I said, just so we can hear the vocals. Yup, mic check. 1, 2. You know what it is coming through. Kill Sesh. And these stems are, you know, if I do say so myself, because I did mix this, but these stems are lovely, right? You will get beats sometimes where this kick, for example, is pressed, right? It's moving everything, but you'll get some beats sometimes where, excuse me, where everything is redlining. And if that's the case, we showed you in the recording session, you can honestly just go here, click the file or click the track and turn it up or down, right? But we don't need to. Honestly, everything looks good. Everything looks really good. And I'm just going off the head right now, guys. But look, right here, the bottom and the top. That's your range, right? For the audio, for the signal. And as you can see, this kick is nicely leveled, right? We have some headroom. Headroom is all this emptiness that we have to work with, right? No headroom would look more like this, right? That looks like a mastered song, right? Like this one. See how this one has basically no headroom? Why? Because this song is pretty much mastered. I mixed it for, for sale. So, bang, bang. If we were recording on this, mixing on this, sorry, I would have turned it down. Forgot to say that earlier. But now that we have the stems, we're working. Let's just turn all that down. So now we know we got some headroom. Now we know everything's good. And I know I'm going through this pretty quick, guys. So honestly, if you got any questions, I love all your comments and I love all your questions. Keep them coming. I'll answer them in a timely fashion and I'm not going to leave you stranded. So now you're pretty much set up. So what I want to do for you guys really quick is, and I'm doing this on the fly, like in live motion. This isn't the session that I mixed this on, I actually. So what I like to do is put like sounds together, right? So you got your bass. To me, I like my bass at the bottom. I basically treat this how the frequencies are. So bass is pretty much the low end, right? Sorry, stretching my arm. So now we got the kick. I want the kick right near the bass. Right? So we got a West synth, we have a snare. And then you could do this pretty quick or you could listen to it. I'm doing it quick for you guys. We got piano. Piano is usually, I like it in the mids because that's the mid range, right? That's what's driving the song. That's the instrumentation. We got hats. Open hat, I want up top. So we got open hat, hat 2, hat 3. We got this synths. So let's just keep these synths together. Hook hat, we want up top. Excuse me. Horns are pretty mid-rangey, but we have a second kick. Let's put that down there. All right. And main sample. So we got kit. Oh, so if you don't know, a kit is usually slang, engineering slang or producer slang for like a drum loop. All right. Everything's soloing. All right. So real quick, guys, we're going to want to go here into the mix window. It's like a group of people right down here, right? Show groups. Boom. Click that white button. Now it turns the group off without disabling the whole group. Now I can solo this. All right. Boom, boom, boom. So now we know we got a kit sample, right? That's basically some drums. So what we want is that maybe right there. It has more snare. This is a mixing thing, but, for the time being, it's good to go. So now... And if you guys notice, I'm looking at these file names because this is way too hard to read. And I like to move quick during this process just so I can get going and mixing. So perk, right? That's usually percussion. We want that near the snare. We see a crash, a reverse crash. That's high-end stuff, right? High-endy. And if you don't know, you can just listen to it, right? Right, that's more on the high end, right? That's more around the 5K to 10K range. So we got the synth. So let's go through it really quick. We have the open hat, hook hat, hat 2, hat 3, reverse crash, high synth, horns, piano, main sample, organ. We got player 1 drop. We got all the percussion and stuff. So here's what I do. Honestly, just for housekeeping. I go this way. So all the hats, all the high end stuff. And we did this in the recording session as well, the video. So if you guys are confused about this, just go ahead and look at that video. So click, shift, let's just go to the crash. I click there and I make it something bright, right? That's super bright. So now we got the synths and we have all the way to the organs. That's basically the meat of the song. So like I said in the recording session setup, I like the color of the instrumentation, the melody, the stuff that's driving the song, right? I like that to be around pinkish for some weird reason. I like this off pink just because it's good on the eyes. So then percussions. Let's see. So we have percussion. We have, this is the drop. I like the drop to be this dull color because nobody likes drops when you're recording. Player 1, come on, man. So yeah, percussion, snares, kit. let's go ahead and make this a lighter purple, like so. And then make these the dark purple, right? So this is my bass. And this is my, higher end percussion. This is the drop. These are the instruments, right? And these are the high end stuff. So you don't have to use these colors, guys. You can use whatever you want. I learned this. Shout out my guy, Matt Weiss. I learned this from him. This is just a real quick and easy way. You can get more deep if you want, but this is just a really quick and easy way to be organized, right? Because especially if you're sending this off to somebody else to mix and you want to prep it, this is a good way to do it because they'll just see the colors and realize what's in them. And it's just good for you because when you're in the mood and you're moving and you're in the groove, you kind of just want to know where things are, especially when you get in this mix window. If I'm just sliding across, I already know these greens are highs. I already know this pink is my mids, my instruments. I know this off little throw up color is the drop, so I know I need to get that going. And then I know this lighter one, if I have some lighter stuff, because some beats I get are only bass, so they'll just be only purple. But I know the lighter purple stuff are the higher end percussion stuff. So these are the colors that work for me, and I like red for record. And I know I did this for the vocals last time, but since we have that for the other instruments, I'll just change it. Boom. So now it's different from this pink, from this one, And now you're ready to mix. And I'm not going to go ahead and mix because that'll be like a 3-hour tutorial. But now you guys are ready to mix. And like I said before, we are in bars, adaptive, and we know the DM. We know the key and we know the tempo, right? The BPM. And like I said, guys, if you have trouble following along and wondering how I got to this point, go ahead and watch the first video on recording, setting up a recording session. And please go ahead and watch the tutorials I did on bussing, because what we did with grouping, we can also do with buses, right? I'll do a quick one. Shift, click. I'll go ahead and right click or 2 fingers on the trackpad, click, and add bus for selected channels, right? So I can go ahead and call these hats. Now this bus controls those channels. And that's usually what I'll do too. But that's during the mixing process. So I know I did that bus pretty quick. So go ahead and watch that. I got it all on the channel, guys. And like I said, anything else you guys are confused about, anything else you want to know, please hit me up. I think I pretty much covered the basics. Now, let's say you're just mixing a session, right? You got a session in, somebody already recorded. Really quick. This is quick. Same thing. Only thing is, you're not going to be the one that recorded these. You're just going to go ahead and go to browse. And in the folder that the person sent you, whether it's the engineer or the artist, it'll have the vocal files, right? So you just drag them in. Same way. So you can just negate the whole recording sessions tutorial and just drag everything in and get to mixing. And like I said, guys, just be wary of the Headroom. And a good way to check it out is seeing it, obviously. But let's just go to kicks, because kicks and bass are usually the culprits of being too hot. So we see this, right? I'm zooming in. So we could go ahead and go to our mix. We see it here, right? Mike. But let's solo it. And we go to F6. And I got this. I usually do this a different way, but this is a quicker way. I got it from my guy, Help Me Devon. Shout out to him. His tutorials are dope. So now we're in this EQ really quick. You can use any EQ. Matter of fact, let's not use a Waves. Let's use a Studio One EQ. Pro EQ too. This is my thing. I love it. And let's just look at this right here, this bar right here. This is the output. All right. So we now know our fader is telling us the truth. Because if you see it, if I command click, it'll take me to the true level of it, right? And we're looking at around -6-ish. And if we go here, that's the true volume, right? So this could be deceiving if I turn it down. Look. You see how it changes the actual meter? So if we already have everything down at 5.9, then the meter's going to show me 5.9, lower. But this will show me the actual amplitude and the actual volume of the file. And this we want to know. We want to keep it around here. Like I said, guys, headroom. So -6 is fine. And if it's too hot for our liking when we're mixing, we can just turn it down. You know? Now, we're at like -12. And honestly, that's not a bad range. When you're recording or whether you're mixing and stuff, -12 to -6, -9 area is beautiful because you got enough headroom to do what you want and you can get to smashing these if you want, going crazy. Yeah, guys, that's about it. Because if I go any crazier, this will be like a 3-hour tutorial. So, once again, this is how to set up a mixing session in Studio One. And my name is AT from Headcrack Studios, headcrackstudios.com. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit the post notification so you know when I'm dropping some heat. Happy 2021 to all of you. And please keep commenting, keep asking questions. If you guys have any questions on this, please let me know. I tried to keep this short, but I always want to give you guys more than I think you need, just in case. But I'm sure there's something I missed. So once again, hit me up, please, and I'll be sure to answer you. All right? Happy 2021. Happy music making. Happy mixing. We out.